out of it at least.
Exactly. NFL will be able to secure the top power, I believe, from all that pressure or the presence that MLE has on the bottom side of the map. But MLE is making good moves. They don't stop at Dragon. They know that some focus will still be dedicated to the top lane, namely Mew. So they're going into the jungle, gonna see what they can get.
So it does look like Not should be able to pick up the red buff or even give it over to Kate, and the position does look like it's gonna go in the hands of Not, so
yep,
he will take that red buff away from NFL. And I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah, this is
it's almost like a revenge tactic for Not.
Yeah, Nut has not had some of the happiest games on his jungle. You know, a lot of times his buffs have been taken away from him. And there's the wave clear. Ooh, Shin goes pretty low right there.
Yep, but that's not going to be a problem with Listen.
Wow.
In the meantime, that's what I've been getting caught out of position. And the calling! No, it's not the calling, but yeah, the bouncing bomb that will pick up the kill. Chalk is now on the killing spree. And with 4 men now in the mid lane, MLE should be looking to somewhat push, but they also have to respond to NFL down the bottom lane as they choose to recall away. Just catch it anyway.
Yes, curious state of affairs right here, ladies and gents, because as we mentioned, the carries on the side of MLE have the kills. 3 on Chalk on his Ziggs, 2 on Hate, already having that Bloodthirster build. But they don't seem to be able to secure objectives. They did get the Dragon, but they're down 2 towers, and that's actually given NFL the lead. Now what MLE needs to do is use this item advantage that they have, which unfortunately is no longer so great, so they might have missed a little window right there to secure some of those towers and gain back that lead.
Yep, and speaking about counters to the top lane Gragas, does feel like this time around Mew pulling off a great Renekton game so far. 1 and 2 has that Ravenous Hydra completed on his own and somewhat control Yuke's out of control, but of course with the assistance of his teammates.
Yes,
saw that 3 men dive.
3 men dive twice.
Yeah, so in a sense, I guess that's the solution. You really want to camp that top lane Gragas, control him that little bit, and make sure that your top laner gets hit in terms of items, and eventually that's going to be the strategy.
Yeah, so lessons from League, guys. If you can't take on a big man one-on-one, bring some friends. And it's really working out. Double visits to top lane means that that tower, as well as Gragas, has been taken down in the top lane. Kept under control, really. Hasn't even finished that Sunfire Cape. Meanwhile, Renekton has already finished his Ravenous Hydra, not just a Tiamat. So he's going to be able to split push all day. And Gragas, you know, we talk about his utility that he brings to the teamfight as well. The slow debuff as well as the explosive cast, just knocking everybody aside. If he's stuck at a tower, clearing waves that Renekton has pushed up, then NFL is going to have a lot more confidence going into some of these fights.
Oh, meanwhile, down the ball wave, gets called out. But, you know, his friends are just right around the corner, and the Demacia goes down once again. Mega Inferno Bomb is going to land in the Tri-Brush, but it's not going to be enough damage, and the calling nearly taking down Starfall. And meanwhile, the top lane, Mew going aggressive against Yuke again. And, you know, what a close call it is for Violet. Luckily for him, he had his friends.
Yes, luckily for him, he had friends. And that's what I was talking about, how Nut's timing is getting better, you know, right? He seems to be able to secure buffs a lot more, and this time he wasn't time to just kick Jarvan away to say, "Be gone!" you know, don't touch my AD carry anymore. Enough. Please go away. And they've managed to repel that aggression. Yuke's now with his Sunfire Cape is actually going to be able to deal with Mew a little bit better. As we mentioned, that constant sustain, not just the call the meek. And MLE is doing a good job putting pressure where they can. Ziggs is keeping LeBlanc under control, not allowing that roam. So this 3-man bottom should be able to secure the the tower quite easily.
It's going to be quite important that they do so as well, because NFL, they are still sitting on top of that 2-turret advantage. And
Yuke's going really low.
Yeah, Yuke's going on aggressive against Mew, but the dominance pop, I think that's not the cue for Yuke to go in, to commit to that fight actually, so he will choose to back off.
Right. Now we see a bit of a sloppy rotation here from both teams. Both mid laners want to commit to the bottom lane push, one to repel, one to aggress, but both are coming in, see, a little bit late right there, so some cooldowns used. Now they're gonna go on the aggression because some of the cooldowns have been used,
and Mega in front of bomb is gonna come down, and Starfall takes a whole lot of damage. Solar Flare not gonna land on anyone at all, and Shin now getting put into some danger. Won't be able to use 90 caliber net to disengage, and overall close calls from both teams again.
Yeah, and it pains me to say this, but really for both these teams to pick up their first win, if they really want it, they have to really be able to synchronize some of these engages. We saw TG, you know, just blow some of his cooldowns very early on. That Zenith Blade was really far out of range, almost 150 units off. And then suddenly the Solar Flare was just whoop.
Yep, so that's gonna be the first turret for MLE. That's gonna pull them in terms of gold lead now. It's 100 gold, but it's still gold lead.
100 gold.
That's three red potions.
Yeah, so 3 red potions, guys.
Oh, there's gone.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, dead even right now. MLE able to get the tower in the bottom lane. Almost paid for some of their lives with it. Dragon's gonna come up in 30 seconds. Let's take a quick stock of the items right here. Yuke's going for more defense. Renekton already with his Ravenous Hydra, we've touched on that. However, Chalk now is gonna be, he's cresting on a Rabadon's Death Cap. Could TG get caught here?
Oh, TG now getting caught in the Frag Spear combo, making a whole lot of damage, and it does feel like he is gonna go down. It's gonna be Starfall, actually a 3-man Timbers! And the Mega in front of him is gonna come down from Chalk, but that's not gonna matter. He picks up the kill, and the explosive cast not gonna land on NFL, and he takes a whole lot of damage. He will go down to Mew, and this is NFL's fight to take. They will trade actually 2 for 2 now. We'll choose to back off as SYFM has to run for his life.
Wow.
On to
that beautiful resonating strike from Lee Sin.
Onto the clone though.
No, I mean before that.
Oh, okay,
the finish of Mew. The one on the clone was beautiful as well, but not as beautiful as the one on Renekton. So as we mentioned, that really was NFL's fight to take, but that last Q taking out that big croc really has secured control. Whoa, it's gonna be close. Not just going pretty low, but okay, they secured it. Should be able to get it out, no problems at all. SOFM, pretty try for this. Wow!
Wow, he actually burst him down, but at the expense of his own life. Now Chalk gets the rampage. He is now 4-0-2. has a lot of AP items stacked up on his own
Yeah.
end.
When he goes back to buy, he is gonna have that cap, as we mentioned, just cresting on it. And wow, kind of a deadly move by SOFM right there. Credit to TG though, watching SOFM use his distortion, lands the spot on Solar Flare because he knows SOFM is gonna pop back out after that quick burst, nails him on the head, burns him up.
So I've been informed by the boys in my left here that it's not nuts, it's Canute, I think.
Say what? Canute.
Yeah, Canute.
Wow, that sounds very Nordic
Canute.
or Icelandic even. So guys, more than just the Southeast Asian region being represented here. Canute doing a fine job.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah. Canute doing a fine job.
And definitely sounding a lot more swaggalicious than just nuts.
Swaggalicious, yeah. If I had to choose between Canute, I get that right, Canute and Nut, I would take Canute.
Yeah,
So
I would take Canute as well.
Canute, as we mentioned, some of the earlier games on MLE been very sad in his jungle, but he's doing a finer job of it this time. Has the side stone as well as the Merc Tread, so going to be very mobile. Has managed to land some very important resonating strikes to finish off, to clean up the team fights rather, and some great Dragon Rage kicks to keep hate alive on Lucian.
Yeah, but at this point of time, I think MLE is having some good control over NFL. They are up by goal. I think it's primarily because of the dragon that they managed to pick up earlier. And at least for them, they are channeling once again the goal to the right areas. Chalk and Kate having 7 of the 9 kills that are generated on the team.
And this is the move MLE needs to make. They need to go and siege towers. Chalk has blue, Hate has red. So both their buffs have been secured, and with this constant mana supply and shorter cooldowns on Chalk, yes, this is great. This is what they need to do. Just siege towers with their poke and the possibility to just hard engage if anybody gets poked low with Leona.
Look out though, it's a 5-man siege attempt and actually TG goes aggressive, the solar flare! It's gonna land, but everything just blows apart. Mew is taking low, but the 3-man flag spirit combo is gonna land and hit, takes 1 for the team, takes 1 bullet for the support, and actually so far forward. Yup, and he's taking a whole lot of damage as well. 4-man now going up against 4-man. Actually Chalk will pick up a kill again, but he's right in front. The shutdown goes down to Mew, and SOFM wanting to go back into this one, he will get the chain onto against Ukes, but that's not going to happen soon. And so he has to run away from the impending danger from both Hate and TG. So overall, it's a 2-for-3 in the favor of MLE once again, and they should be able to take out the middle lane first hit turn.
Yeah, really back and forth fight there. SOFM as well as Starfall doing work really to get their combos in sync. There was the knocker from Jarvan, and then SOFM goes in for some quick bursts, gets out, stays really low, then goes back in for a second rotation. Credit to MLE really to keep their carries alive. Hate was so far forward in that fight, but he managed to, dash away with his relentless pursuit as well as flash, and they secured the objective from that. So MLE gets not only the kills in their favor, but as well as the objective, and now they're up 2.5k.
Yeah. And I feel that so far in the team fights and the skirmishes that we have seen so far, there's no one clear-cut winner. It's always the impending threat from either Annie or Leona or even, the Cataclysm.
Starfall gets a little bit caught.
Oh, there we go now. Canute will go in for the resonation.
Canute, what are you doing?
Canute! You have to watch out. The chain's not gonna connect, but he takes a whole lot of damage. I think he was just going Leroy Jenkins again.
That was crazy Canute on the case. You know, when your AD carry is backing off from the fight, or rather your AP carry, sorry, that was Chalk backing off, you don't want to go in. As it is, NFL trying to respond now to take down the mid lane turret, but there's so much wave clear both from Ziggs and Lucian and the barrels from Gragas that it's a tall task to break through.
Yeah, and eventually, like what we were talking about in the pregame, there's not much wave clear from NFL, and
No.
that's gonna grow to be an issue now because Manila Eagles, they are firmly in the lead. Okay, not really firmly in the lead, but they have the lead now.
They have a lead. Yes.
So in that sense, you don't have any wave clear. How are you gonna deal with Ziggs? How are you gonna deal with Lucian?
Yep. And what I really want to see here is, because SOFM, you know, he's analyzing the situation and seeing that they're getting pushed in so much, he's actually using his distortion very, very offensively, double distortion along with his mimic, you know, his ulti. If TG can, you know, get it into his head to watch those distortion cooldowns and just land a great solar flare that'll either force a flash or mimic distortion out, and that clears a lot, you know, of the threat of LeBlanc really, and they can siege much more safely.
Yeah, but that being said, though, I still feel like MLE, they really need to capitalize. They are focusing their attention to the top lane, and I feel like that's the right call for them.
Yes.
They want to take out the remaining.
Wow, Chalk! No!
Chalk almost goes down to the burst of SOFM, and you have to still respect that assassination potential.
Yeah, that was the why are you face checking the bush Chalk moment, because with the rotation that obvious, you know, walking through a ward, it was very foolhardy. I felt that really could have cost them that 5-1-3 Chalk, that 5-1-3 Ziggs in the next team fight. They get a lucky break though.
Oh, there! Landing on the SOFM will lock him down, and now you see me, now you don't. That is the magician.
Exactly, but it wasn't the audience that was getting disappeared or volunteer. That was the magician getting disappeared right there. So, called it. TG lands the excellent solar flare right there. And then we really should just go and siege now, but it looks like they want to take advantage of the numbers advantage. Take advantage of the numbers advantage. Yes, and go for the dragon.
So much numbers to be
yes, such advantage, much. Wow.
Oh my god. I couldn't do it. Okay,
let's not. It is getting a bit late.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so at least for MLE, they kind of capitalized on that by taking away the dragon, and they stopped the push from NFL in the mid lane as well. So overall, still a win for them, and they are now 3.5k in advantage. So a much more comfortable lead for them to work with.
Extending the goal lead is MLE right now. However, we see NFL seems a little lackluster in their response. You know, they were trying to push mid lane without any minions. They were in the mid lane. Of course, they didn't have the numbers advantage, but you know, the death timers aren't that long. A stall could have been possible, or even a rotation to shove another lane. You know, see Chalk is just getting all this free side lane farm, as SOFM is picking some of his own up, but not the best response, not the best rotation from NFL right there.
It's also the question of how are you going to respond, because Ukes is going to clear out the wave.
Yep.
Chalk is going to clear out the wave. Even Hayden is going to clear out the wave.
Even Canute the ground.
Yeah, Slam that's gonna be that angry blind monk that he is. So, in a sense, NFL really in a very precarious position because they can't really go for any form of objectives unless that you can get the kills in.
Right, and we mentioned how this pick comp of NFL is supposed to function. You know, they know that the next objective is the top lane turret. They really should be rotating up here.
So, Mew forced to pop the Dominus.
Very early Dominus. This is not going to be available for the siege.
Yeah, it's an important cooldown to burn as well because now MLE will have the option to go aggressive against NFL because they know for a fact that Mew doesn't have that Dominus to somewhat tank up, soak up damage for the team.
Yeah, some really lackluster rotations here from NFL's side. We know how MLE has already taken down 2 towers. They love the siege. The top lane turret.
Oh, well, there they go now. The Zenith Blade lands, but TG, he is finding himself in a world of trouble. The ace in the hole is gonna come up, but that's not gonna matter. And Starfall taking so much damage. Canoe will pick up the kill, and Yuke's forced to back off. And now, actually, NFL turning things around for a short while. And actually, the bouncing bomb and he oh no! He blocks the shot for the order, and Shin looking to find the aggressive places. Look at the amount of health bars that MLE are sitting on right now. It's a very close call for them, and overall it's a 1-for-1 trade. But because of all the damage that NFL suffered through, they are unable to defend the top lane turret, so they will have to give it up.
Yeah, right there, that flash Q into Timbers. I think he got it, but
I think, yeah, he found.
No, he didn't. Timbers is still there. Timbers is still there. He found Timbers. He did. Timbers found him too, along with the friends of NFL. And great job here by NFL. This is what I'm talking about. When you know an objective is going to be contested for and you're going to lose it, you really got to make a play on the other side of the map. They knew some of the members of MLE were low at the back, get the tower in return, so they even out the tower score. Nice move by NFL, but you could just see the amount of muscle MLE was able to bring into that fight at the top lane, and that's because, as you mentioned, the 2 carries, both Hate and Chalk, are 5-1 and 4, 5-1 and 6.
Yep.
And they are scary. Really gotta pick them off with that LeBlanc and that lockdown from Annie or Jarvan. Otherwise, the team fights are just gonna be so one-sided, I feel.
What MLE really needs to do is to really push in one straight line. They don't want to be in a position where they can potentially be picked off by XOFM, and that's the most dangerous threat on their end because you know, he has the 4 deaths, but he has the 4 kills as well.
Yep.
And he has the fire graph, so a lot more match damage first gonna come down from his end. So they really need to march down in one straight line in any of the lanes and then push off and get the turrets in that manner, because for them they really have the wave clear advantage, and if there's anything else they at least have to disengage from you.
Exactly.
Yeah, to kind of get away.
You know, and that's why I was so scared when Chalk went to go face check a bush, because if there's any way for NFL to, you know, get control back of this game, is picking off that one member that just gets a little too curious.
Yep. Curious affair for Chalk in the top lane, but eventually it was their fight to take, and yeah, so they took out the top lane turret. So now the game is kind of balanced itself back out a little bit. MLE is still sitting on that goal advantage though, so they will be looking to, like I mentioned, march in the straight line, take the mid lane for example.
Yeah, you called it, Chris. Here they are, marching down mid lane. You know, even Gragas is here to just, wow, that fairly scratched him. That,
not really the ace in the hole, just just the long range.
That was the long range tickle.
Yeah,
I like the
I can't even coin a name for like related to ace in the hole. Just the long range tickle.
It loses, you know, its flavor because it did no damage, no flavor, absolutely none. SFM's positioning here is
a bit dangerous.
It's cute.
Oh, there's Dona actually. Oh, the engage and the shutdown comes in for Shin there. I think that Halo was just caught out in a weird position and now Chong laying the hurt onto SOFM. He now is supposed to run and not Kate. Oh, sorry, Kate is not actually not in the position to pick up kill. He will use the Dragon Spear to pick up the kill actually, but Kishi will go down in the process and Shin gives chase. He has the double kill already and now Mew chasing on to Hughes. He wants to get the stun in but decides to back off. And they are now on a hide and seek chase against Canute in the jungle.
Yes. So time to see if Canute can outrun his pursuers.
Run, Canute! Beat a Freeman! Or not?
Knocked up. He's done.
Yeah, that's it. So we will have a replay to see what exactly sparked off that fight. So run me through this, Flavors.
Right, we see right here, this is what I'm talking about. They have to pick off one of these carries. They managed to lock down Tate. He just disappears from the map. And from there, it's just a bit of an uneven matchup right here. We see that the 5v4 is just going in their favor. Chalk gets low as well, so the two carries we were talking about getting burst down so early on. SOFM has the nuts to go back in, the balls to go back in for that fight because he knows that with those two carries down, it's a happy team fight for them really. So congratulations to the NFL for really finding Hate in that, you know, awkward positioning, and he didn't even have to flash for that. Violet's flash is still available, so if NFL can replicate that fight, lock down either Chalk or Hate at the start, MLE is in a bit of danger because, well, yes, all the kills are focused on your carry, but if they go down immediately in the fight, you don't have that power available to you from the start.
Yep. And with that team fight earlier, NFL, they are the ones in the lead.
Yeah, they
500 goals.
Swung it around.
Yeah, it's something for them to work with. And you know, the other aspect that we didn't really mention about is that she is at 316 farms as compared to 246 that have at this point of time. So that 70 CS difference is gonna make up for that.
Right, and we see how Hate's actually having to itemize some magic resistance as well because he knows that the burst coming out from both Violet as well as SOFM is not to be trifled with.
Pretty devastating.
Yes, very devastating. And the thing about Shin is that with his farm and his skills as well, his safety that he has, he doesn't have to build that defensive item because he's going to be so safe at the back line with the engage coming from his own ally's side. So very, very strange to see how these teams are, you know, playing these fights because MLE really shouldn't have gone into the jungle to even look for a champion. They should have just sieged up. And I feel that they've given NFL this window back into the game, and we'll see how NFL takes advantage of this very slight lead that they have. They've got good vision control around Baron. In fact, there's not a single, there's one blue ward, one ward from MLE in the bush near Baron, but none in the pit itself.
Yeah, but NFL will start on the Baron. MLE knows about this though.
Shin's taking a bit of a beating.
Yep, so there goes. So land, yeah! And the Cataclysm is gonna come down as well. Chalk is the first to be the victim. Violet picks up the kill. Shin now picks up the kill onto TG. He is forced to run. Canute has to use the Dragon Rage to disengage, but NFL has a lot of chasing power.
From the side.
From the side is gonna use the flank and a lot of damage onto hit. He will flash it aggressively and look at the critical damage that he's gonna be able to put out, and he picks up another kill as well, and that was NFL's fight to take. And Canute here wanting to go in for the fight against SRFM. Does look like both of them will disengage in that one, but that's not gonna matter. NFL is gonna march down into the mid lane, into the base of MLE at this point of time with 4 members down. There's no one to defend with this endless aggression against NFL. They will take down inhibitor turret as well as the inhibitor. Super minions are gonna spawn. They are gonna march into MLE's base.
Yikes.
What a big turn of events.
Yeah. Big mistake by MLE right there, letting the vision control of Baron drop this late into the game. 30 minutes plus, you absolutely have to have some vision around the area at all times, because as you could see, NFL was so confident with the vision control they had to just posture around Baron. They even started it, it wasn't even a posture. Then they noticed how MLE was coming in, you know, kind of out of sync again, and it just took the fight to them.
And you know, in a bit of trouble. Yep. Ooh, I think he might actually go down in the process.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
But that's
Okay.
okay. Yep.
Yep.
Getting
Yeah. That just happened. Lots of dashes. Dash back and forth.
It was in a position where he can't really respond and try to disengage, so he will be the sacrificial lamb.
The sacrificial croc, actually, you know.
Yeah.
League of Legends is a bit more manly than sacrificial lambs. We got sacrificial crocs here. And we also have a very nice gold lead for NFL now. Of course, late in the game it doesn't matter too much, but really what it is the objective control they had. Baron is off the map. Middle inhibitor is down for them. They can so easily just swing to either top or bottom. Continue this pushing. Dragon up in about 2 minutes. A little less than that. And MLE will really have to... I feel that they should still stick to the siege strengths that they have, but they really have to be careful of the hard engage that Violet and even SOFM now, being very aggressive with his distortions, playing around the fact that he can, you know, juke some of the skill shots, such as the Solar Flare, which we saw critically, totally missed.
I think that was the biggest critical point in that Baron pit fight, because just like you mentioned, the Solar Flare didn't connect at all, and the amount of lockdown that NFL can put in place with the Cataclysm, that was the biggest changing factor. And with Tibbers as well, of course, just making the difference. And we saw the first to go down was actually Chop, so he was unable to use those bombs to get some damage in.
Yep.
So yeah, because of that, NFL was able to capitalize. Now picking up the Baron, should be looking at pushing a side lane soon as they are getting down in the ball lane.
And really, NFL is going to feel very comfortable with just going up against the siege composition, mainly because of the fact that they have great both engage and disengage. And the reason why I say this is because that the talisman pickup by Violet is not being picked up by his support counterpart TG. So they have a lot of chase potential. If somebody gets low, they have a lot of, you know, disengage potential if they don't want to pick a fight. I really feel that MLE was working on this siege composition pretty well, but the fact that now they, you know, and perhaps that's why they consider not picking up the talisman, but now they don't have the tools to disengage should a flash Tibbers come in, a flash cataclysm or the like. They have to play this very carefully.
So NFL with Baron buff, I think that they will take this slowly and steadily, even though they have a ton of burst damage up there. And
yeah, you say that, but they're just gonna face tank the tower. And the reason why they're doing this, I love this timing, is because they know somebody has to go deal with that massive creep wave at top. That is a scary bunch of red on your minimap.
That's right. So yeah, all the minions are streamlining into MLE space, and with the super minion pushing in the mid lane as well, I think that's the biggest factor for NFL when they want to choose the fights. They want to be choosing the fight when super minions are actually pushing, knocking on the doors of MLE, and I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel that a slight miscalculation in the team fight right here though is that Mew could actually be effectively split pushing with the wave flip from both Ziggs and Leona, as well as Gragas.
Oh, there you go, explosive cast by Utes. Not gonna achieve anything, but actually, yeah, that's about it.
Right, so again, skills that are used out of sync. Nobody was there to follow up on Yuke's explosive cast.
I don't even think that he was going for the fight actually.
Yes, but this is a big problem now because NFL, knowing that the explosive cast is down, they'll be more than willing to just sit here. In fact, even take some tower shots to the face if they need to get some of that tower damage down. You can see Shin is considering that because, you know, there's no fear of being pushed back into tower range now that the explosive cast is down. Instead, they send SOFM to split push rather than Mew. Interesting decision by them here.
So they will let Stomp actually take some damage, but you know the Baron buff now they're just one off. You know, regen him back up a little
yeah,
bit.
successfully stalled out by MLE actually.
Yeah, so that's the wayfarer that we're talking about. I think that's the biggest factor for MLE that's keeping them alive in this game. So because of that, they are able to stall out, get some time for themselves. And there is a solar flare. It's gonna land onto NFL, but is there enough damage to follow up? Now Mew taking a whole lot of damage actually. And at the back, in the background, we saw the assassination. Not gonna happen. And in the end, it was Hate that picks up the kill against Violet. And PG now chasing onto SFM. He will pick up the mid lane inhibitor, and he will use it to talk to run away again. But everyone jumping over the wall, giving chase onto this pesky LeBlanc over here.
Yikes!
Yep.
Another one of those stretches from TG. Flash for that as well. Should have known that the Mimic Distortion was available.
Yeah, and I think that was a pretty smart play for SOFM, you know, just creating distractions, and in the meantime we saw actually NFL picking up the dragon as well.
And he juked out of this.
Whoa!
What?
What was that?
What was that?
He just disappeared. Now you see me now, but in the right way.
Oh my goodness. This time the magician, he blew my mind.
I think he just blew everyone's mind on
That,
MLE.
you know, it's a late evening, guys, but boy, are we getting some, you know, flashy plays that are really lighting up this game.
Yeah, and SOFM will live to tell the tale another day. He will back off and catch in some items.
That was impressive.
Yeah, that was impressive. And he has the void stuff now. He does the large shot, so a lot more magic damage is gonna come out
Yeah.
his hand.
So I mentioned how NFL should send you to do the split pushing, but if you have, you know, SOFM being so confident in his outplaying and mechanical abilities, by all means, please send SOFM to lead the rest of the enemy team on a merry chase.
And now he's taking some damage from SOFM. In the meantime, will be brought down to 2 turns of HP. And that was the end of the tale for SOFM. I think it was just that little bit overconfident.
So just as we were singing his praises,
It happens.
it happens.
So
Yeah.
NFL will be forced to retreat from this one as MLE looks to compress and collapse down to this bomb lane.
Yeah, you know, magicians and their egos.
It happens.
It happens. Got a little too inflated right there. I mean, he was basically spending a full combo on Yuke's, the most tanky member on the side of MLE. And, you know, this is actually in the window of Baron's respawn timer, so it's late in the game, ladies and gents. If MLE is willing to do it, they could rush Baron with SOFM still in the death chamber. This is interesting.
Yep. And I think that if there's any form of engage, I think TG now has a chance of redemption.
Yes, please.
He needs to land a solar flare this time.
Yeah, those solar flares have really been a deciding factor because the lockdown on Kaylin or LeBlanc really stalls out some of that burst that comes out and gives both Hate and Chalk some time to reposition and hit the frontliners hard.
I think it's especially true for NFL.
Whoa! Close
just walk
there.
And the flag spear combo as well, not gonna land.
Yeah, I'm impressed by the discipline of Violet there, trusting in his mechanical abilities to dodge some of those skill shots. Didn't even pop the talisman. And that's going to be available for the next team fight. Again, no talisman on the side of MLE. They are just at a positional disadvantage in this case. Red buff on Kaylin is taking chains hit.
And TG is actually gonna jump right back into the frame. He will go down in the process, but he will, you know, get SOFM down in the meantime. Now Canute will go down to NFL, and Violet now choosing to flash away. Yuke's not using the explosive cast, but he will go down the process. Violet is the one that picks up the kill, and Mew in the meantime will pick up the kill onto Chalk, and Hate is the only member left. Is he gonna be able to defend the base? It does look like 44 minutes. It's gonna be game. Should be game for NFL, as they have 4 members alive on their team, and Shin is alive and kicking. And with all this items up his sleeves, he should be able to finish it.
Wow.
Victorious that. Victorious. Don't want to do that.
Throwing the dice right there, I mean, you don't need to do that when you have turrets to hit.
So first Nexus turret's gonna go down, second one goes down as well. Does look like NFL, ladies and gentlemen, are gonna pick up their first win in the spring season of the Garner Premier League. And no, it is gonna respawn. What? It's gonna respawn. Come on, guys. Punch there, take it down.
Wow.
There's no in
Their timers are still pretty long, but
yep.
wow, are they really?
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness. Inhibitors
I was
way!
I was too close to calling it. I thought NFL was
Yeah,
it's gonna be the one to pick it up for sure.
there was this big pause in the game
I was
in
thinking,
the players' minds. Like,
yeah.
you could almost hear them go like, dude, what?
I almost thought that there was some kind of technical glitch there, and then I realized that
Yeah.
inhibitor was
Exactly. In fact, I could hear the screams of rage from Vietnam.
no! I was so close to closing out.
And the thing is, really, they only have themselves to blame because they were so busy trying to kill hate on the fountain
Yeah.
that those few auto attacks really could have closed out the game. Not to take away NFL's great play at the mid though. Really, when TG engaged and they just saw that the rest of the team was so far away, they made the decisive call to burst down. Yes, Leona is tanky, but they made the decisive call to quickly single her out. SOFM's life was kind of traded for that support kill, but they did a great job of peeling for Shin.
You know what I think SFM should do? Because he is able to really maneuver around using the distort. Just distort back into the base of MLE.
Yes, get a Lich Bane.
Get that extra game maybe.
Yeah. Lich Bane, and then just go for the Nexus. Oh, but they're going for... Okay. NFL here making a risky call. They have not swept out the vision.
Oh, the solo flare lands on the Shin, and actually Shin gets locked down, but look at the amount of lifesteal that he has. He keeps himself alive, and with the remaining of the team now getting collapsed on, MLE is shown to fight. They are split up. They will choose to back off from this team fight. NFL, they have all the advantages,
Oh,
all
no.
the health bars, and PG now will go down. He is going to be the victim. Violet picks up the kill.
So,
I
wow.
think that's, yeah.
Extended team fight right there again. NFL should be able to just push into the base with the numbers advantage. Again, no Nexus turrets available, so really all they have to do is stop hitting champions
Get the kill.
and hit the Nexus.
Yeah, but MLE at least they recognize the
Wow, not
impending
even
danger.
gonna happen.
They can't take the risk because there's 4 members alive and they are not exactly 100% healthy.
No, they're not.
Yeah, so they will choose to back off.
This could actually be Baron for MLE.
It could possibly be the case, but
No, NFL is taking the risk, saying, you know what, guys, just man up, 5v4, we're gonna do Baron. We have the damage, it's this late into the game. I think this is the right call.
are we
But it's gonna be close.
Are we gonna see any protection skills? And Timbers comes down,
Misses!
and the explosive class comes down onto NFL. The mega bomb is gonna keep NFL low. Does feel like the game's gonna extend for a little bit more. And gets the kick in onto Sheen, and SOFM picks up a kill to Canute, but the shutdown will go to hit in the meantime. So MLE defends the Baron.
5%.
Ukes now getting what? SOFM almost going down. Yep, he will be able to distort back into safety. So the game will extend on for that little more.
Oh,
Very
man.
close game. You know, I almost feel the tension for the players.
This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts, you know. This is literally one of those moments where you go like, what if? What if I had just hit that Nexus a few more times rather than auto-attacking hate? And you gotta start wondering whether that's gonna play a psychological, you know, toll on NFL really, because MLE was thinking, guys, this is game, and then suddenly it's like, hang on, NFL can't close the game just yet. Team fights are getting a little messy. Violet, perhaps that toll has been taken on him, that psychological effect, he really whiffed that tippers. Shin gets kicked in, beautiful combo by Canute to get around him, to kick him into the rest of the team. This is very interesting.
So at least at this point of time, I think MLE has started the game long enough for that goal difference to not matter so much.
Yeah.
So it is at a point of time, who gets the win? Who gets the team fight will get the win. I think that is the
death timers are so long now.
Yeah, and Inhibitor has respawned for MLE at least. They don't have to worry about that streamline of super minions down to the base.
So it would be great now, as you mentioned, with the goal lead not meaning as much, for MLE to default back to that siege strength that they were talking, or that we were talking about. I'm not sure what they were talking about, but we were talking about. Just go down the mid lane.
Oh, there we go. Camera goes crazy.
Whoa, yes.
As crazy as the game.
Crazy game, crazy camera, back in the action now. And it seems like that is what MLE is, well, not going to do. Again, the vision control of Baron, I criticized MLE for it before, and now NFL are the ones that have, you know, let the ball drop on that. Absolutely now 0 wards in the area. MLE has control of this major late game objective.
I don't even think that they want to go in.
Yeah, it's risky.
Straight. What they really want to do is to use that as a bait to draw NFL in. I think that is the winning strategy. If they can get it, pull that through, and focus Shin down, because if you look at his items and look at his the amount of damage that he can put down, he's gonna be the biggest threat on there because he has consistent damage.
Yeah, and we see that Shin actually picked up Mercury Treads. Worried about the amount of crowd control that can just be dropped on his head. We saw that Cleanse was used quite effectively as a summoner spell to counter some of the hard engage and lockdown of Leona. Shin feeling the pinch right there, you know, or the pressure really that can come out from that lockdown, as he is not running Cleanse, running Barrier instead.
And I thought we'll take the risk. They will start work on the Baron. And looking at the health bars, MLE, they need to go in for this fight. And oh yes, that's a steal from Canute! And he will get the Baron, but what a play from MLE and Mula on the front lines, and the explosive cost is gonna come down for Mute. Ace in the hole, now picks up the kill onto TG, but NFL, they are still having all these advantages. MLE will choose to disengage. 3 members left now. It was a 2-for-1 exchange. It does look like, even with the Baron steal, that's not gonna be the nail on the board for the victory.
Wow. NFL has got to be kicking themselves right now. If we recall the first game that they played against SF5, they likewise made a very risky Baron call, and they were stolen away by Lee Sin as well. So could be that Lee Sin is the kryptonite of NFL.
Let's see a replay of the Baron. I hope this is in slow motion.
Oh goodness, yeah. If we could just see a slow-mo of how Canute, Zero Canute comes in at the last possible second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the early smite from Starfall there. Whoa.
So yeah, so Canute was the one who picked up the Baron with the steal. So actually, if you look at the positioning, MLE was too spread out to set up close in and get the kills after that. So in a sense, we don't see a full-fledged commitment from both teams, and that's why we do see now actually in the meantime Hughes and Starfall going down respectively, and it will come back up. And at least for MLE, they do have the additional advantage of
Yes.
Baron buff, and I think that's going to play a major role in the next clash against these two teams.
So the thing now that we have to watch out for is really with, you know, taking the towers into account and the map control that NFL has, I feel that they should be playing a little bit, you know, in terms of using the map a little bit better, going to some other lanes, sending somebody to split push SOFM with his outplays or Mew as well. Just doesn't seem to be, they seem to be a little lost. It seems to, like they thought they had this game in the bag, and it's just not happening at this moment for them.
And Emily is chasing very closely in terms of kill count as well. So
Okay, here it comes. We'll see what they do. NFL going straight down mid. I feel that this is a little risky. They should be able to push out the lanes. They have bottom lane pushing.
I think the
well.
key difference here is that she has finished up that Garden Angel.
Yeah, they might just make the safe call and just go straight for the inhibitor and then back out from that. That would be a very safe play. But they don't seem to be making much headway into the base.
That's right. Oh! And explosive cast onto Jin will be forced to flash and takes a whole lot of damage. And PG now in the fray, and Yuke's taking a whole lot of damage. The Colin comes down, will repel NFL away for a short period of time. Canoe now getting the kill on the Starfall. Successful defense for MLE. He goes right back to the frame again, but he will take a whole lot of damage. Will go down. The Guardian Angel is gonna pop. Actually, oh, the Guardian Angel pop? No, yeah. No. Oh! And actually, oh no, but SFM! I gotta go down. Yes, the shutdown will go to MLE. It gets the kill, and Shin now getting some extra help from Violet in the meantime.
Wow.
Will be able to back off. So in the end, it was a 2-for-0 exchange in the favor of MLE. They are really stepping up the game. 54 minutes in. If they are able to capitalize on this, I feel that they will be able to force NFL in an even more uncomfortable position than they are now.
Yes, so that's 60 plus death timers we're looking at currently, ladies and gentlemen. And now we really able to repel some of the aggression that NFL has put out. Again, with the map control that NFL has with more towers down, as I mentioned, a very risky play to just kind of go in at the mid lane. There is an open inhibitor, but wow, Yuke's just being a boss, tanking the tower, does not care. There goes mid tower. Definitely the inhibitor going in their favor as well. Still 20 seconds for SFM to come out. Will MLE go for more? No.
But they will balance out the mid lane inverter push. And in fact, they are the ones with the advantage because their own inhibitor is up. And there is one huge minion wave pushing down, knocking on the dolls at the bomb lane, so they have to respond to that immediately.
Yes, and I still feel that one of the big things that MLE needs to understand is that they absolutely have to pick up that talisman to really capitalize on some of these 5v4 situations, because we saw just then they were actually had NFL on the chase, but because they didn't have the speed up from the talisman to get them moving, they're kind of just taking, a bite when really you could be taking a chunk out of something. They got the bite, which is the middle inhibitor, but if they had been able to clean up a few more kills, they might have been able to take some of the Nexus turrets as well. As it is, now it's time for NFL to push back.
Yep. At least for them, they have the comfort of knowing that Nexus turrets are not going to be available for MLE. So once they get a few, good shots in, and once they get the inhibitor down, then that's the clear call to go, because there's no defending turrets to deter them away. But meanwhile, MLE, they still have all these advantages, and I feel like, given the fact that even though NFL, they are the ones with the goal lead, MLE is actually leading in all these skirmishes because they have all this way clear.
SOFM was really tempting MLE to go in right there. Using that distortion again, he has to be careful. He is the magician, but we've seen times where the magician's ego gets into his head and he gets smashed.
And he's at half his mana bar as well, and I think that's the primary concern on his own end. And even for Chalk, he doesn't have the blue buff. And you know what? Baron is going to come out in a minute.
Yeah, because we've seen this play out before. The team that starts it doesn't always come out on top. In fact, they lose it. And wow, notice.
I want to.
Yeah.
You want to make an internal bet? I think there's going to be a steal again if they choose to go for the Baron.
Well, the thing is, with Lee Sin, and if you land the resonating strike, you do have that execute damage that Jarvan does not.
Yep.
So it isn't even a 50-50 if they can't block the resonating strike. So it would be quite foolish for NFL to go in and try and fight that again. However, we have to note that the number of Guardian Angels being picked up in this game is currently a total of 5, 2 on the side of NFL, 3 on the side of MLE, so we can really see how extended these team fights are and how both teams really favoring that second win that you can get from even rising from the dead.
Yeah,
as for them, Chains Ukes, there's the talisman,
and the Tempest comes down as well. Ukes takes a whole lot of damage. Violet picks up a kill on the killing spree. Mega in front of him is gonna drop Mule now, standing in the front line, soaking damage up. Canute now will dash back into the fray, and NFL has to choose to retreat from this one. And actually, SOFM jumping into the fray using their Zon's hourglass. It does look like they want to just bypass the machine really low. Yeah, he's taking too much damage from this one. They have to retreat. They can't fight this any longer. And Ukes going down, that's not going to be a problem. Everyone else is going to be able to back you up. And MLE once again successful defense, even though Ukes went down the process.
Right, so we saw right that the power of the talisman able to move in very quickly to secure that one kill, get everybody out after that, but unfortunately they were still unable to secure the inhibitor.
That is a crucial play for NFL. I thought that was one of the better engages that they could have gone for. But, they got Ukes, but they couldn't translate that into the inhibitor. And there is a huge major part to play for, as now NFL looks poised to take the Baron.
Yes, they have this window, as you mentioned. The death timers are extremely long. NFL should be able to burst this down. However, Canute is on the way, so...
Canute, come on, pull a miracle steal again.
Oh, This time Canute is being zoned quite heavily though. I think this should go to NFL without any problems. Flashes for it! Oh my goodness!
Two barrel steals in the game! How possible can this and NFL now will choose to retreat from the area and Shin ace in the whole MLE.
Oh no, the forward misses!
And Star Fox. I've never lost from words.
This is crazy!
This is crazy!
Absolutely nuts!
MLE turning the fight around with the Baron buff.
Kinda, not really.
Canute now will go down. The Guardian Angels will pop, but that's not gonna matter. And in the end, NFL come out and hit 1-to-1 trade. Jungler goes down against the jungler, but MLE again, Baron buff.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what to say, man.
So are we watching?
Yeah, we are watching a replay actually.
Okay.
Now.
Wow, so right here we see the NFL gets the start on the Baron, as we mentioned, 5v4. Canute lays down that all-important ward. We'll see how it becomes, how important it is later. It gets zoned out by SOFM.
Slow-mo, please. Slow-mo.
Yeah, NFL is going, yeah, this Baron is so ours, guys. I mean, come on.
And then
He can't
here
come
comes
here.
the flash.
Flash!
Boom! Someone please give Canute a medal. That is amazing performance. 2 barrels steals in the game? What are the odds?
Exactly, and you know his foresight to put down that vision so that he could keep track of that HP, and then flashes back in after the being zone. This guy, Canute, he's really working his ass off. I mean, there's no other way to put it, guys. He is really doing everything it takes to keep his team in this game.
NFL is at 101.
This is ridiculous. We saw AHQ at like 82k. I was like, they are a rich team. MLE and NFL are like,
They are bailing you though.
bling bling, baby. Got nothing on us. 100k.
Yeah, we are the ones. We are the richest team in going to Premier League apparently.
Yeah, this is pretty nuts. And the thing is, why this game is, you know, going so back and forth, ladies and gentlemen, and dragging so much, is because of the amount of wave clear that MLE is able to put out. So NFL really had the push going, but just the amount of wave clear coming out from NFL is... Oh, hang on. Could this be it?
Yeah. But meanwhile, while we wait for the team fight, by the way, I want to bet. Oh,
There we go then! Early zone, yes!
Elizonias, is that gonna change the game? Mega in front of bomb, laying down her MLE, going in for the full defense again, and Shin picks up the kill onto Canute in the meantime, and Mew now giving chase on the TG. TG will get the Guardian's Angels pop, but Shin now will be able to take out the inhibitor for NFL in the meantime. And Violet will actually get his own Guardian Angels pop, and Violet will flash out of the way, but
This is an open nexus.
this is the open nexus. Is MLE gonna be able to defend it?
Oh
the
my
question.
goodness, come on!
So actually Shin now, he's still very healthy in this one. So he's gonna be the key player to watch out for. Inhibitor is up, and Shin actually, sorry, SOFM taking a whole lot of damage and the assist of the turrets as well. MLE, actually SOFM, he wanted to go back in, I think, perform an X-Pack game, but that's not gonna happen.
That was absolutely nuts.
Okay, but key deciding factor here, NFL pushed out the inhibitor. So
Yes, they got the inhibitor.
yeah, they have the winning formula.
absolutely crazy stuff right there.
So it does feel like NFL, they really need to pull out some kind of sneaky strategy to close out this game.
I feel that NFL right now should just go straight down the middle. The inhibitor is already down. They really should be able to just take this game. But MLE with the Baron buff, it's gonna be tough. In fact, they're making the counter push right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult for them. So I almost feel like someone should have taken teleport in the first place.
Oh, teleport! Good.
Kind of anticipate of
20 seconds on SOFM. MLE should be able to take this inhibitor for free.
Yep. There's not going to be too much contest from NFL. They will take it out. They will balance out the inhibitor kill again. Oh, and solar flag goes in. Shit gets caught out. And these colors, and actually the explosive cut is going to push Shin backwards, supporting on some hurt, but they are very close to the base. They will be able to, go back and heal up, and they will be doing fine. And 63 minutes, no clear winner there. And you now going aggressive onto Yukes, but he's so tanky at this one time. It's not going to be easy to take him down. And it does look like MLE will retreat away from the base. So at this point of time, it does look like MLE will be able to retreat back into the base. And NFL, they do have that inhibitor in the name, but are they going to be able to push out the game? As actually we might see a potential fight over here, and DG flashes in for the Zenith Blade, not going to connect though. Explosive cast now comes down to the Starfall. He is way out of position, will use that flag spirit combo to go into the safety, and it's a close call for him, and overall still no kills secured on their own end. So eventually now MLE, they are going for the counter push, they are chasing onto SOFM. Are we going to see the hero bomb tonight? SOFM is facing up against the open Nexus turret. Open Nexus. So if he's able to push some kind of initiation off, then it's a great call for them. And MLE using all the resources to have that defense, and I have to say once again, the composition for them working so well, so late into the game. They have all the wave capabilities that NFL isn't able to do, so because of that they are able to hold out. So I am watching SOFM at this point in time, and if you're wondering why Flavors isn't talking, because he's off to 10 to some emergency situation. He will be back shortly, but I will be casting at this point of time to see who, if before he comes back, are we going to see a winner before that though? So. And NFL still putting on the pressure against MLE, but they have to remember it has been time and time again before they actually managed to get all of them down to finish off the game. And now actually Epsilon gets caught. The solar flare is not gonna land. The Mega in front of him putting on some hurt. The calling as well, and Mew actually taking a whole lot of damage. This is wow. The best pause.
Absolutely just wow. 65 minutes into this game. I'm not even sure if we could call it a game anymore. It feels more like 2, maybe even 3.
Okay, you know what? It's been a long game. It's been a long day, but I'll say absolutely worth it. Okay, well, coming back. There we go. Action time.
1-0.
There we go. And actually, we will see Starfall going low. He will get Gunners injured, getting popped as well. As SOFM jumps into the fray, Inhibitor has respawned. And everyone's still pretty much healthy. No kills. Everyone is just slow. They don't want to commit. They don't want to take the risk. And SOFM, this is going to be crucial. MLE defense again. NFL not able to close out the game.
75-second death timer.
This is good.
They have got to do something with this.
Yeah, this is the window of opportunity that they are looking for. They need to march down to the base of NFL, close out the game now, because this is their time. This is their opportunity, and I'm looking at the Guardian Angels count as well. They have 3 Guardian Angels up on their own end.
This is absolutely nuts.
Are we gonna see MLE actually go for the Baron? Are they gonna go for the Baron?
Oh, we know how it goes though. The team that starts it loses.
Alright, Starfall, this is your time! Get that revenge Baron steal.
It's time for Starfall to show that, you know, you can take my Baron, but I will take yours back.
And actually, this is pretty crucial. If MLE gets this Baron, they will have additional stats to close out the game for this one. And Canoe now.
This is still a 5v4 though. MLE, I said it before,
Canoe
should have it. Come on, Canoe. Can you get your own Baron?
Yes! So Canoe gets the Baron Slayer. And MLE, they have all the additional stats from the Baron buff. They should be able to close out the game.
We say that. We say that.
But they choose to back off.
We say that, but you know, sometimes we just wonder what's going on through these teams' heads. And you know,
First win of the GPL.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
If you're gonna get that first win, do it in like a 67+ minute game, I guess. This is really something to behold on both sides, I guess. They're probably wondering, what exactly is the enemy team thinking? How back and forth these team fights have been.
And NFL is going to drag it.
You know,
why not? Extra goals.
Yeah, and look at how fast that went down. I blinked and it was pretty much gone right there.
Because 100 and
oh wow, these are some very rich teams. We see NFL camping in the bush. This might not be the best idea.
Oh, Canoe now getting some vision down, and actually this is pretty important. MLE couldn't much.
Wow, MLE has got NFL totally out of position here. This is going to be at least a free inhibitor, and with the Baron stats and how late this game is, if they get the rush on, maybe even some hits on the Nexus turrets.
Yeah, but the Nexus turrets are still up for NFL for the very least. And there goes he goes in to engage. Shin Gecko! The cross damage! He is gonna go now! MLE now taking the fight to NFL. Starfall is taking a whole lot of damage. He should be going down. Shock is left untouched. He gets the kill on the balance. Shutdown goes down to him. And SOFM forced to retreat out of the base. No, don't go home! Don't go home! No, it's oh! SOFM lives! SOFM lives! And Starfall getting the flash to combo! Canoe now! No! He's looking for the kill! No! He gets the kill! Yeah, that's gonna be the game, I think! MLE focusing onto the Nexus turret! There's no way Mila is gonna stop first Nexus and second Nexus! Can't do it! MLE is gonna close out again! after 69 minutes. Oh